Girl,
Everybody
it's
follow the
packed
one
out
line,
here tonight.
please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Park Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Well, hello. I was going to say stranger, but I've seen you. The people haven't heard us.
Yes. Yeah.
But I've seen you.
Whew.
It's been, I think our last episode might have been.
It was in January.
Was it? No, it was not.
It was in January.
Let's look that and see how factual you are.
It was in January.
February 6th.
Okay. It was in February.
February 6th. Get your shit together.
Oh, shit. Okay. It was in February. Fantastic.
But life's been happening.
Life has definitely been happening.
You know.
Fast paced.
Life is really, you know.
Life is weird right now.
It is.
Coronavirus!
Yeah. Where do we start? Hey, y'all.
Hey, friends, family.
Hope everyone's well.
I hope y'all are quarantined in a wonderful space. And
Girl, if y'all in New York, y'all better be quarantined. I heard New York is
y'all are wilding out there.
I heard it's 1 billion of y'all with
Coronavirus!
and I need y'all to stay in the house.
Yes, because of y'all, we can't do nothing.
Coronavirus!
We can't do shit in Houston.
No, well, you know, they said in New York that the Florida governor said if you fly in from New York, you need to stay quarantined 14 days before they even let you, like, run rampant in the city. Mm-hmm. It's like that up in New York.
I would agree.
But I think that's everywhere. I think New York just might have more tests. Because people aren't getting tested. So I think a lot more people have it than people think.
I don't know. The other day I got back from Corpus and I took a nap. It was after you left my house. Mm-hmm. And I went to sleep and I woke up and I had a cough.
And you thought you had?
And I said,
Coronavirus!
That's what you said?
That's what I said. And then I have this like concentrated vitamin C powder and I took it and I'm just praying, Lord Jesus, please don't let me have this coronavirus. Lord Jesus.
You know what? I was a person when they talked about corona, I thought that shit was a joke, so I was cracking jokes for like a week.
Yeah, I was too.
And then
I kept saying, I don't care if it's Dos Equis and Miller Lite.
I called it Bud Light.
Oja.
Yeah, I called it the Bud Light virus.
I'm covered.
I put that post of Jennifer Love Hewitt and I know what you did last summer. It's like, what are you waiting for, huh? Yeah, I was playing. I played a lot.
Don't come.
Hey. Stay where you at. I don't know where that's at, but stay where you at.
We don't have time.
But yeah, so my Women Crush Wednesday this week is literally going to be for the strippers, the bartenders, the servers.
Amen.
All the girls who are, because some people live paycheck to paycheck. I've been a bartender.
Some people live shift to shift.
Shift to shift.
Amen.
Tip to fucking tip.
Amen.
I'm talking to the bartenders, the servers, the hostess, anybody who the majority of your money come from tips. Amen. I'm talking to you. You are my Women Crush Wednesday. You gonna get through it, sis. You about to realize a lot of these niggas that swear they was gonna take care of you ain't got no money. That sucks. Ain't that a bitch? I was thinking that.
That's so disappointing.
No, I was telling my homegirl that. I said, this is the thing about like moments like this, right? It's two things you realize. It be dudes that be having T-Mobile money, and it's dudes who have
AT&T Verizon money.
Who have your rent money, your mortgage money. Those are two different types of money. Somebody who can give you $100 here and there and tip you $100, and you excited because you only gave him a vodka cranberry. You thought he had money.
That could pay some rent.
No, you thought he had money. Then now you need your real shit paid. Now rent due.
Car note.
Car note due. Car insurance due. Renter's insurance due. Everything due. And all he can offer you is $100. And now you looking stupid because he kept telling you how he could take care of you and buy you shit, and
He wants you out that life.
he wants you out that lifestyle. I can take care of you. You don't have to bartend no more. You don't have to shit no more. Why you work here? And now you realize that nigga can't even take 1 month's worth of your fucking money. Like nothing. 1 month of your bills and he already ready to collapse. So shout out to y'all because y'all about to realize a lot of these niggas are trash and are broke as fuck. And that is such a terrible thing to do. Hopefully you haven't slept with them yet. And if you slept with them, hopefully they got a coin or two. And to the side pieces, it's tough for y'all. You can't see your nigga because he quarantined with his wife. And trust me, if he a nigga who never home and all of a sudden he got to be home, she tired too.
She's tired.
She's tired too.
Oh, they ready to divorce.
No, I just read an article on page 6 and they saying that people, it's been jumping. Like people have been calling to talk about like getting divorces. I'm like, because they haven't been home together. So now he home and she mad too. She's like, oh, can you go quarantine with your mistress that I know about that I won't let you know I know about?
And you know, it's so funny because I have a friend who's married and he said people gonna get divorced because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, I got a couple of homeboys that's just like, wow, I have not been like home this much in years.
Yeah.
So, you know, shout out. And it's a lot of y'all figuring out that the nigga that you fuck with wasn't your nigga. Shout out to y'all too. So during this time, if you like somebody, I suggest you see if he can be quarantined with you. If he can't be quarantined with you, if he can't come over, that means he's already quarantined with somebody else.
Amen.
That means you need to leave him alone. So my Women Crush Wednesday goes to all of those women.
You.
The wives who realizing that they wish the mistress was around, the mistresses that wish they could be quarantined with the nigga, the strippers, the bartenders and the servers who gonna realize that niggas are broke.
Amen.
And plus y'all about to go through a hard time because y'all living day to day, tip to tip. So that's terrible. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to the women in general who finna realize that they nigga got a bitch. Corona fucking up everything.
Whew. But sometimes people need to see it.
You know what?
We need to see it.
Sometimes we do. And thank you.
Coronavirus.
It's just so much shit. Like if you call a nigga right now and he not answering your phone calls,
that means
he ain't got shit to do. Everything's closed. He literally has nowhere to be. And if he's going to work, he goes to work and he literally has nowhere to be. I've been working from home. I've been in my house for like, today was my first day out in like 3 to 4 days.
Amen. Me too.
So trust me, if he ain't answering your phone calls, this nigga had nothing but time. He gonna D-Nice live like everybody else. He watching Timberland and Swiss Beats battle just like everybody else. All of a sudden, he got a Twitter account, a TikTok account, doing TikTok dances and shit. Then he got all the time in the world. Trust me, sis, if that nigga's not answering your phone calls, he quarantined with his main, and it ain't you.
It's the...
Wait. Try it again.
It's the...
Coronavirus.
Got it. Nah, but for real.
It's just wild.
This is the craziest thing. I've never I don't know what the fuck is going on with my life.
I don't know either. I'm in a I don't know. I went from having 3 streams of revenue to none.
How you down to what's the 3?
Video, the bar, and I was bartending, and then the restaurant.
Oh yeah, I forgot you started bartending again.
So
will you be going back to any of those?
I gotta go back to something. Shit. I gotta go back to something.
Okay.
So this is just a very, I have been praying for God to increase my faith in Him.
Girl, every time you ask God for that, He strips you bare. I don't know. You gotta get real specific with God.
Yes.
Increase my faith. No, I don't play that. When you ask God to increase your faith, He take away your money.
My prayer has been, Lord, increase my faith in you, because with the areas that I need faith in, I need them to be 100%. And even though I should be panicked. I should feel a lot of things, but I'm not.
Dude, but you gotta. Adriana's going through a lot right now.
I am.
So I don't think you have the capacity to break down.
I don't have. I just like, I'm at the point to where I'm just like, you know what? Because I've always been the type of person that, you know, I suffer in silence. I've said this before on the podcast that I really don't ask people for help. I don't allow people to help me. Like, I don't say anything, all that shit. And I'm at a space to where if somebody wants to help me, you know what? I accept my blessings. You know, today I found a wallet.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. So no, let me tell y'all. I call Adriana every I try to message her at least every day to check on her, make sure everything's cool, that she's not doing heroin. So when I called her, she was like, "Oh, I found money outside." She said 20. And I was like, "Oh wow, that's so good. Like, you just found $20 outside?" And she was like, "Yeah, but it was in a wallet." What? So you stole $20?
I didn't steal it. I looked for I looked for the name. I thought it was going to be an identification.
You say it had business cards in it.
It had a bunch of business
you
cards.
You could have, were the same business card?
Multiple different business
types.
cards. But they were all in Spanish. So in my mind, I assumed this was a Hispanic person.
Okay, I get where your mind went.
So I said, okay, wow. Well, you know, I was going to take it by the leasing office.
But there's no ID.
There's no ID. I don't know.
But you could have took it by the leasing office, and somebody could have went to the leasing office and said, "Did you see my wallet?"
They know
what that wallet looks like.
Like you said, I know a blessing when I see it.
Sometimes you gotta see a blessing and not a blessing.
I gotta know a blessing when you see a blessing. So I knew a blessing when I saw it, and I looked in the.
Or was that God testing you? Know, I'd be confused. Was that a blessing? Was that God testing you?
No. Because God has tested me before. I found somebody's debit card on the ground,
and you didn't swipe it.
I didn't swipe it.
Thank you, not being a city girl.
Straight. I looked at the name and I found him on Facebook. I said, "Hey, I have your debit card." And he didn't respond for like 2 days. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going to leave it in the front office. So I've sown my seeds. This was my blessing. This was my return.
You went to Facebook and looked for him?
I did.
You know what? Last time I found a debit card, I found it in the middle of the street. I just actually threw it in a dumpster so nobody else could get it.
I looked at the name and I said, well, maybe, because I figured that
somebody
that lived in the complex. So I was just like, let me just see. So turns out he lived he lived in the building over from me. So he was very appreciative. He ended up hitting me up on Facebook like some months later.
So this was your blessing for that?
I feel like it was $25. I'm not.
Y'all, she dead ass told me she found money and then was like, so it was in a wallet. Can you believe that?
But yeah, so as some of you know, my grandmother, she passed away this past Saturday, and it really threw me for a loop. And
last Saturday,
the 14th, March 14th, around 4:00, she passed away, and me and my grandmother were insanely close. I feel like she was me, I was her. I've talked about her previously on the podcast, and she just poured so much into me, and she truly I feel that she made me the person that I am. This free spirit, this, like whatever, she helped mold me into that person, because when I found out she passed, I was obviously devastated. And people are like, oh, she was older and blah, blah, blah. That doesn't make a difference. Like, because I know she was old. She was 85, and, she lived her life. That's great. But, that person, that energy, I can't see anymore. I can't pop up on her anymore. I can't bring her pink roses that she loves so much. I can't bring her Hunan Express anymore. Like, I can't do those things. Like, even going to her house now, it's weird for me because she's not there. And that is so fucking hard. And having to, like, try to process that I can't see her anymore. And then her funeral, you know, I don't do well with funerals. I don't know about you, but I'm not a big funeral person. I
think old people, like my grandma and them, they love going to funerals. Like they go to everybody's funeral.
I hate funerals.
I've been to 3. Like I knew my great grandmother when she passed away. When my great grandmother Frances passed away, I went to her funeral. My auntie Deborah passed away, which was my grandmother's sister. But her kids, we all grew up together. We used to go to my auntie Deborah's house in Miami all the time. And then the third funeral was my cousin. We called him Noop Noop, but his name's James Jackson. He got murdered. So I went to that funeral because I was like, I don't want to say like his second mom, but I was like that. Like I filed for his financial aid. I called the school. I did all that stuff. And like I'm not a funeral person. Like my grandma and them, they like all people love to go to a funeral. I just don't get it. My grandma stayed at a funeral.
I hate funerals. My cousin, my oldest, one of my older cousins, that's all they do. They go to funerals because I was just like,
that's so weird. I have a cousin like that who be getting obituaries. It's like, wait,
listen. So my older cousin, because my grandpa, he was just he wanted to get it over with really quickly. And I said, well, let me be in charge of the visuals and let me be in charge of the program. I'll take care of that. So don't worry about that. Let me do the program. So he was like, all right, okay. So I did the program. So I called my cousin and I was just like, yo, I don't even fucking know how to write an obituary. I don't fucking know how to write it.
She had like 10 of them ready for you.
She said, here you go. Here's a...
I didn't ask to see it either. But did you have wings? Did you do the ghetto shit?
Not. It was very modern. And my best friend,
was there wings?
No. So
was there clowns?
No. So my best
Grandma
friend...
could get wings or clowns?
No.
She went to heaven.
But
she went to
heaven.
heaven.
You know what? This is she's modern. She's fresh.
She went to heaven.
She's she's above all that.
Wow.
Right?
So grandma couldn't sit in clowns?
No.
Was her name in class?
No. She had her name in script.
Times New Roman. Size 12.
So my best friend, it was funny because she's like, girl, this don't even look like a fucking program for a funeral.
I kind of want to see this program now.
I'll show it to you.
Okay.
It's at my house. But she was just like, this don't even look like a goddamn program for a funeral. I said, I know. This is different. This is modern. This is what she would have wanted.
This is art.
This is what she would have wanted.
I think me mom wanted some clowns.
No, she didn't. My grandmother was classy, okay? Classic. She wanted something fresh, new. And that's why I did it.
So y'all didn't have Airbus t-shirts?
No. So I found this picture of her when she was 18. And
The photo booth one?
Yes, the photo booth one. Where she was just, off her gaze was off the shoulder.
Grandma looked like Granny looked like she was going through some shit.
She had her hair curled, pin curled, and black and white.
Granny looked like she was trying to impress a nigga that night. Like somebody tried her and she had to remind that nigga.
Yes,
that's how she looked.
That's the picture. So that was the picture on the front of her program, and then the back of her program, it was a picture. It was I don't know how old she was, but she had her gold tooth. Like
her grandma also. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about gold tooth. Well, your grandma had an open face.
She had an open face.
Okay, so I have a fear of people with open face gold teeth. They don't. People with gold teeth and an open face. They don't fuck around. They don't fuck around. They don't.
My baby had an open face.
Because your grandma didn't fuck around.
Yes.
Open face.
A rim. It was, and I always remember asking her, how you get that in there? And she was like, girl, get out of my mouth.
Man, don't be mad at me because of bad decisions. Don't be embarrassed now.
But she did. She had an M at one point. She had one with an M
now,
on it for her last name.
Now why she tried?
And it was right here.
And it was the front tooth.
It was the front tooth. And then she got an open face.
What?
So
that's not and when I seen that picture, I was like, wow, Adriana, your grandma used to beat up bitches in the alley. Wow. I didn't know. Because I love to see, because when you see people grandmas now, everybody grandma saved. Everybody grandma hold a Bible, beat you with a Bible, teach you the Bible. Yeah. But then you start seeing pictures of them when they're younger. It's like,
wait a minute.
I know an open face gold tooth when I see one. I know what them bitches do.
Ollie Mae had an open face.
Listen, when Ollie Mae had that M in it, Ollie Mae was giving the hoes the business. Ollie Mae!
So yes, that her passing really put me in a space of
As
like
should.
retrospect, like what am I doing? What legacy am I leaving? What have I done, and how am I going to be able to see her again? Like I want to see her. I have to see her again. So like, you know, doing the funeral stuff, that was really hard, because to see her in a casket was so permanent. That was just such a permanent thing, and I freaked the fuck out. I had to get there early, because I knew that if I didn't get there early before everybody else got there, I would have lost my shit. So I got there early, and you know, I bit the bullet, and I went to go look at her in her casket, and I lost it. Like, you know, my mom had to hold me up, like, and then, you know, I'm part of the program, so, you know, I have to collect myself, because, you know, I did a video, I'm speaking, you know, it was just a lot, and, you know, I'm so grateful, you know, I've had a lot of people hit me up. A lot of you guys have messaged me and stuff like that, which I greatly appreciate. Ebony has really made sure I have not done heroin. Like,
So my fear, this is a thing. I know, no, for real. And I
she
say this.
really made sure that I have
low-key,
not done heroin.
Like, because I've been thinking people be crackheads after stuff like this. So,
Yeah, I can
two
see
things
how.
is, no, it's like, deaths are already hard, right? Now, add a death, add the fact that
Coronavirus!
is running rampant, and now Adriana is a person who works in one of the industries that's very affected.
Yes.
You know, so now your money's affected. Money's like top tier issue, so now you gotta grieve, you gotta deal with money.
Yeah.
Unemployment, essentially, if you're not working, that's unemployment. You know, and then it's like, I think like the first 3 days it was gray as hell in Houston. I was just like, yo, let me just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it was just super rainy.
Yeah,
and
it was just
depressing.
like, it's just depressing. It's cold outside. Like, she gonna do crack. I can't have that girl doing crack. It's just... Let me make sure good sis ain't doing crack, because, you know, I can see this is how people, you know, start shooting up, and, you know, let me just make sure it's okay. But then the first day I went over there, she was like, well, I want her to come visit me right now. And I'm like, well, can she check into heaven yet? Like, listen, she just got to heaven.
I know.
She got to pick out her house.
She got to pick out the house.
She got to talk to her. She got to talk to her peoples. She got peoples there.
Yeah, she definitely got people there. She got to pick out her furniture.
She got to pick out her furniture hasn't been delivered. You know, her paperwork
her
that she
Wi-Fi.
transcended.
Yes,
yeah,
her Wi-Fi needs to be connected.
She down to the city hall in heaven trying to make sure they got all her paperwork. You know, I don't know if I don't know what they exactly need.
Transfer.
Yeah, like, hey, here you go.
You're right.
You
Earth
here?
to heaven.
Yeah, like, you here, girl? I'm here. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm thinking she got to do all that. Adriana's like, well, I want her to visit me now. I'm like, can she, like, check into heaven first? And then I was like, you know what your ass is going to happen? You're going to be doing some wild shit, and that's when Granny going to check in with your legs spread.
I'm not ready for it. When
your legs are spread, that's when your grandma going to visit. Granny going to come visit when your legs are spread. Think about that.
Oh, Jesus. And see, that's another thing.
You keep inviting Granny. Granny going to walk right in.
Look, and that's another thing. I was telling Ebony, like, damn, my grandma really gonna see me on my bullshit. I really gotta get my life together, because I don't want my grandma to see me on no bullshit.
Listen, I told you what to tell your granny. Granny cut my TV off after 9 o'clock, because this is how I picture heaven, right, y'all? I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like we go to heaven, right, and we check into heaven, like, you know, like your new home. Like, you go, you do your paperwork. You get your house, you get your furniture,
you get your ID.
You get your ID.
Your heaven ID, so you can drive, right?
Yeah, you on, like, John 17 way. You know what I mean?
Right. Psalm 30:23.
Yeah, like you
Avenue.
You on Ezekiel Drive.
Right.
So I go to my house, I want my house on Ezekiel Drive. I get my house on Ezekiel Drive, I get my furniture. I'm talking to all the people in my family that I knew.
Yeah.
Even though in the Bible they say you're not gonna know people from earth to heaven. I don't like to believe that.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
the Bible got a lot of hearsay in it. I'm not the one to contest.
But I feel like I would recognize my grandma if I saw her.
And I would like to think I do. So this is my version of heaven. So I go up and I'm like, oh, hey, Auntie Deborah. Oh, Grandma Francis. And I'm like, hey, Granddaddy Richard. I'm like doing stuff like that in heaven. And then I'm getting my stuff together, and then you get like a theater room, and in your theater room, it's like
you automatically get a theater room.
You do because
you gotta look. You gotta look. You're a guardian angel.
You're a guardian angel. You need to make sure. You need to catch them when the drug deal about to go bad. You need to catch them when they about to drink and drive. You need to catch them when their husband about to cheat on them. You
gotta give them. Hey, sis.
So I feel like the TV is a smart TV, right? But they been had smart TVs in heaven. It's new on earth. Smart TVs is new. They had them shits back way back.
Yeah.
So like you cut the TV on and it'd be like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Adriana, and then it'd be like it'd be like that though. It'd be like maybe like Earth, but you hit Earth and then it breaks down like your
family.
So it'd be like
family.
It'd be like Adriana, and then it'd be like your brothers and your mama, and then they just kind of click through and like pop in.
What they doing?
So then like I like to feel like my family stop looking at me after like 8 o'clock. I think my family be like, 8 o'clock, let me not click Ebony shit. But like around like midnight, I think they pop in and make sure I'm not drinking and driving.
Right.
And then like even when I got my DUI, I think like my auntie clicked in and was like, oh shit, I'm late. She hit the cop car. But
let me intervene. Let me intervene.
She not gonna kill nobody.
Yeah.
And I was just right then. I was like, you could have came a little earlier. But thank you Nonetheless, thank you. I didn't kill anyone. Yes. I hit a whole cop car. I hit a whole another cop car. Nobody died.
That's what I imagine having to be like.
That's how
they have like all the gadgets.
I do.
And I
think all these iPhones and shit is late. I think they popping up there.
And you know, honestly, what I think about the most is what does she look like? Like, do you look like how you were when you die? Like, what are your ghost clothes? Like what? Like how?
I would like. Because if I'm super old, I won't want to go to heaven old. I want to go to heaven in my prime.
Because I feel like how I vision my grandma.
At late 50.
She was like she was in her 50s. That's how I see her.
When I picture my great grandma and stuff, I picture her. I think it's the best health you were in at the oldest you were in. Not maybe. The prime, because then you're like 2025. I think it's like the best health you were in at the latest age, if that makes sense. Like if you got diabetes at 40, but you was a bad bitch at 38, I think 38 is where it stops you go to heaven at 38. But I want to go like that.
Like what you know, and I've
because I still want to be younger than my mom and
What are
grandma.
my ghost clothes? What am I gonna like? You know, how am I gonna pop up in your dreams?
Because Adriana kept asking her grandma to come while I was over there. I was like, "Can you die?"
I really want my grandma to come, and she hasn't yet. Actually, I saw her in my dreams.
She probably got tired of you. Did she tell you she was tired?
She was in my dreams, but she was like in the background. I saw her, but I was like yelling at my grandpa, so she was kind of like in the background.
Like, this nigga still can't do right. In her dream. Look at this nigga in her dream. Still cutting up.
But nonetheless, I haven't had a one-on-one with her, and I'm really looking forward to that. I just don't want it to be scary, you know, like.
Well, you was begging her to come.
I hear noises coming up my stairs.
You got begging her to come. Okay.
I want her to come, but I don't want it to be a scary. I don't want it to be a scary thing.
Can you
know?
In?
Like just come in my wait till I'm asleep.
Float.
Okay, and don't make no noises. Don't walk up the stairs.
Fly.
It's just me. You know, no worries. But anyways, but yeah.
That's why Adriana is. That's why y'all think I'm playing. I've been trying to make sure she's not doing heroin.
Yeah, because a lot has hit me at once. Yeah, but you know, honestly, like I said before, I'm really just kind of in a space of where whatever happens,
you gotta let go and let God have His way.
Whatever happens. You know, I've been in worse situations. I'm grateful that I have a vehicle. I'm grateful that I have a home over my head. You know, I know that if push comes to shove, something drastic happens, I can go live with my mother. You know, it is what it is.
But if y'all think y'all don't get on episodes now, if they ain't trying to go to Corpus Christi, it's gonna be twice a year.
But you know, honestly, like a lot of things don't mean anything anymore to me. Like things that I thought. You've seen
life and death do that to you.
I've like all like material things and just, you know, what matters the most is friendships and the people that you care about genuinely. None of this like stupid shit, like surface level relationships, all that shit does not even matter anymore, because at the end of the day, like, you see who's actually going to be there for you when something like this happens, right? Like when you have a death in the family and the death is, what's the word? Major. And a person doesn't know how to deal with it. Like even though I'm not really good at like saying, I think the only thing I can do is just show with my actions that I care. I don't know what to say to people when they lose a loved one.
Me neither.
Like, I don't
like condolences.
I don't know. Like, yeah.
I don't like sorry for your loss.
Like, sorry for your, like, and
I get it. I get it. I appreciate it.
No. I appreciate that. But that
it's
like,
just okay. It's standard.
It's very standard. But like the real, stuff is when people actually show up for you, and that to me is so bigger than anything, because
and a lot of
that.
People aren't gonna show up for you,
and and the people that you think are gonna show up for you
really don't. And that's not even, that's a death in the family, but that's any type of trauma you go through. Even if you take out deaths in the family, any trauma you go through, I'm talking about if you didn't get the job that you really wanted. Yeah. I'm talking about if you lose your job, or your car, or if you get a DUI, even though that's self-inflicted. Because I always kind of went into my DUI like it was self-inflicted, but you start to realize like there's a lot of people that listen to your problems and just go. Yeah. They don't ever check up again. Mm-hmm. And so, like, for me, I try to make a point to check up on people more than once, because I know how easy it is to get lost in life. And then the next thing you know, your friend really going through something and it really bothers them, and you don't even, you never even check twice. Yeah. Like,
I've had friends that I thought were, I've known them longer than I've known you. And the only thing I got was, and that was it.
Well, I didn't want you doing heroin.
No, but it's not even the fact. I understand what you're saying.
Like,
but
I didn't want you to be a crackhead.
Like,
I just didn't want you to be a crackhead.
But it's just like, like my best friend Jen, like when I told her that, I need to print out these programs, she said, don't worry about it. We'll print it out in my office. And she literally stayed with me for 2 hours trying to fix this damn program. That shit I appreciated. She got the special paper for it, and she made sure it was perfect. That shit I appreciated. Even you popped up at my house like banging on the door. I'm like, what the fuck? And tacos,
by the way,
tacos and Trulies.
She didn't answer the phone. I thought she was doing heroin. It all turns back to me thinking she's gonna turn into a drug addict.
But I just appreciate this the thought of you saying, hey, nope, I'm gonna go out of my way. I'm going to go to her house. I'm gonna bang on her door.
And that day seemed super dreary.
It was.
And
I had just got back from Corpus. And I was that day seemed very, like I said, like it had been like rainy and dark. Anyway, it looked like, I don't know if y'all watch Love Jones. Yeah. The city literally looked like Love Jones. Just great.
And Love Jones is a great, I say that all the time, but Love Jones is a great movie. Yes. It was great like that. And I knew she had just got back. And I just, this is the thing too. Do what's in your means, because like I had a friend, her dad passed away. And at the time I had this Toyota Avalon. I crashed that too. But before I crashed it, Jesus Christ, her dad passed away. And she went through something because she ended up using, Lord, I'm about to say Hopwa. I've been at work too long. What? It's not Hopwa. That's some stuff.
That's an acronym?
That's the acronym from like realty stuff. I don't know why I'm saying Hopwa. FMLA. She used FMLA, and anybody knows FMLA is basically
family leave.
Yeah, her dad she was terminally ill with cancer. She turned her bedroom into a caregiving space. So all the stuff you can get from the hospital that I guess they give you, or they can give you for hospice. Mm-hmm. She put in her room. She painted her room. She was sleeping out in her living room, and this was for months. Her dad was terminally ill, and she kind of became his caregiver, and breakfast, lunch, dinner. And she kind of, for a few months, was on this schedule about her dad. He ended up passing away. And I went to her house because I knew she wasn't going to take it well. Like, she broke down when they took the hospice stuff out of the house. Like, she was like that. Like, it was like so when they took and I'm talking about the real life hospital bed, the hospice stuff they give you. She broke down, and one day I was on the phone with her, and she's like, "Oh, I got to go get daddy lunch." And I just got quiet because I'm like, and she's like, "Okay, I don't have to get daddy lunch," because she was just trained at that point. So the day I went to her house, it was a shitload of people. And I don't even think, I had no type of money too around this time. Because I was like, bartender was like terrible around that time. I went to her house because I still want to go and I love her family. I went and she just looked at me. I was like, "You just want to go riding?" And she was like, "Yeah." We rolled for like 2 hours, just looping around Houston. The Avalon had a
sunroof.
I had sunroof, so we opened the sunroof. We opened all the windows. We put on whatever music that was popping or whatever mixtape, whatever we was listening to at the time. Put it on. I think we accidentally went by a hair store because I seen the hair store and I needed something. But we went to like a daiquiri shop. We got daiquiris and we literally just looped around the city. Just cruise and not driving fast, just cruising like 40, 50 miles per hour. Just doing it. And she needed that because it's like she was stuck with all these people. She had these people in her face. And so I say all that to say, like, you don't have to be the person. Like, I can't pay your bills if something goes left. Right. Okay?
I can take you for a drive.
I can take you for a drive. I can buy you lunch.
I can buy you some tacos.
I can definitely get you some tacos. I might be able to put you in a position to make some money. I don't judge sex work. I don't. I know how to put it.
Michelle, put you in a position to make some money.
I know dudes who party and pay. If you happen to be in,
if you're in the spirit,
if hollering at a nigga knowing that you're gonna be like his own call, if that's your thing, who am I to stop you from getting a deposit the first of the month?
That is hysterical.
On your Wells Fargo. And once again, I don't judge. Okay? So, I mean, just like I said, always do what's in your avenue. Some people just want to blast YouTube videos and do creep and say my name and dance. Some people just want to sit in silence. Some people just want you to crawl in the bed with them and just watch Netflix and be silent. Like, just people grieve. Just know, and not even just, I'm not even talking about even grief, but overall in life, when life is happening to people, just kind of figure out the person and offer that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a friend now. If something happened to her, I would just go to her house in pajamas and we'll sit and watch TV all day.
Yeah. And
that would be it. We'll order a pizza, eat the piece out the box, and we won't even talk about what the issue is. I'll just sit there. Sometimes people just need your energy.
But that is what real friends are. And I think that sometimes we get so caught up, people get so caught up in their own lives or whatever. Like I genuinely appreciated you coming by my house. And even the first time you came by my house, you were like, "Where you at?" "Yeah, I'm by your house." And you had two
Child, I was so lost.
But you had 2 bottles of wine for me and some sunflower seeds. Like, that stuff, that means a lot, because honestly, like, I don't have that. Like, the only person that really, other than my best friend, like, was you.
Now, because when I was driving, I just heard it in your voice. So the whole time we were talking, I was just like stopping by the store, getting stuff as we were talking. I'm like, I kind of remember. This is the thing. I can always remember where people live. I can never remember where their apartment's at. So I thought I would kind of eventually figure it out, but finally I just got fucking lost. And I was just like, listen, man, I'm somewhere in the neighborhood. Because the thing is, I told y'all my grandma lives in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. That's where my mom's from. It's a very small town. Everybody know everybody. Everybody go to everybody's funeral. What I do know they do is get check sodas and a chicken. They get a rotisserie chicken or the chicken thing. And Adriana ain't finna eat the chicken, and we don't have check sodas in Texas. I know she likes Sauvignon Blanc, and I know she likes sunflower seeds. That sound like in my mind, that's the same package.
Yeah. It just wrapped up differently.
Yeah, wrapped up differently. So, I mean, honestly, just check on people. And it's not even, of course, I'm extra on Adriana's head because there's a lot of stuff going on. But just in general, when your friends lose jobs and you know they having problems with money or you feel like their spirit's low, check up on your friends.
Call them. Pull up on them.
Pull up, like, honestly, pull up on your friends. If you know
where they live, pull up on them.
Because
that means...
especially if you know they're going through something. Because a pull up, I think when I brought Adriana the tacos and the food, I was like, I just want to eat this taco and we can chat while I eat this taco and I'm going to leave after I eat the taco. I ate the taco and I took my ass home.
Yeah.
It was that simple.
Yeah.
Just pull up on people because people have a way of saying everybody's going to say they're okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now, I'm working and I'm happy. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I've lived through something like this before. Mm-hmm. I could lose my job. Mm-hmm. I literally worry about losing my job ever since everything happened. Yeah. I am stressed out in the back of my mind because it's like, I do not want to. I like my job. I get paid well. I do not want to lose my job.
Yeah.
People be going through shit in their heads and around, and you don't even know. So if you just feel like your friend is off, just in short, check up on your friend.
Pull up on
like
them.
That
is especially your strong friends, because like you're the ones that are always like gonna tell you that they're
everybody's gonna say okay.
Yeah.
If you call somebody, they're gonna say okay.
But the people that you know are never gonna ask for anything, or say anything. Those are the people you gotta really, really you really have to impress upon, like show up for, because I honestly wouldn't say anything if people didn't just know me privately. Like I would never say anything.
But honestly, when you was posting about, that's why I hit you up and I said, "Is your grandma okay?" Because I seen the post and I was like, I'm getting a vibe, but I don't know. And I don't want to be like, your grandma dead? Like that sounds... Is your grandma dead?
Oh my God.
So I was just like, is your grandma okay? Question mark. Because I feel like it, but let me just
see,
ask.
even then, I didn't even know how to... I didn't know how to write the words. I didn't know how to express it because it was just something that, like, this is a woman that has been in my life since I was born. So for me I didn't even know how to articulate the words to say that she's gone. All I could do is just post pictures of her because I don't know what else to do. Like like it's almost like vomit. It was literally like I was vomiting. Like I gotta post something.
No, and I think I let it go for 2 days. I think the first day I seen it, I was just like, And then I think like an IG post, IG video, and I was just like, I was like, something off, but I don't. Let me wait. Maybe she's just not. Maybe she's not feeling well, or it's her birthday. No, and that's why I just said okay, because your grandma died.
But no, like I didn't even know how to say the words. She died. Because that's so permanent. Fucking permanent. Like she's not here. What? No, like I didn't know what to do, and again, I've in my 35 years, I've only been impacted by one death, which was the death of my sister when I was 9, and that I thought that was my grandmother was there to comfort me in that moment. So like I don't know. Needless to say, she's
not doing heroin.
I'm not doing heroin. I totally believe my grandmother is in a better place, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that she is my angel, and I feel like her spirit is in me, because people keep asking me what year you look young, and it's because Ollie Mae, she has integrated her spirit within me, and I appreciate that. I would love to see her in my dreams. I would love to talk to her.
Can Grandma still? It's only been a week.
I want to talk to
So
her.
let her get settled. She got some people she want to holler at. I think Grandma.
She got some people she want to talk to.
Yeah, she got some people she want to talk to. It's probably some old booze there that
and then it's just so I did her program, and so I'm going through all these fucking pictures, right?
It was a lot, y'all. I went over there.
And I'm just like, it was my uncles and my mom and me and my grandpa. And I'm going through all these fucking pictures, and I'm like, wow, my grandmother, like, I don't even know this woman.
Yo, low key. So I went to Adriana's house when she was getting pictures together for the program, and she looked like she probably could have been doing heroin. Got a little shaky. Then I realized she was just grieving. So when we were looking through the pictures, it reminded me, and I thought that I didn't want to say it because
I was grieving.
She's going through a lot.
Yeah.
But when she was going through the pictures of her grandparent, her grandma, or her grandparents, because her dad, her granddad and her mom, and like her whole family's in the pictures, it kind of reminds me that you see your family at a certain age, but you totally forget that they were
young.
Yeah.
Yes, they were young people.
You met your grandma at like 34, 40. Like I think I met my grandma at 40. I was born.
She was 50 when I was born.
And my grandma was, my mama was 21. My grandma was 41. So it's like you meet your grandparents at like an age. Or even when you meet your parents, but it's not until you like a certain age. So if your mom's a young mom, like my mom had me at 20, I thoroughly knew my mom at like 25 because a 5-year-old can have memories. Right. But you totally forget there was a time and space
where they were just young,
where they was cut up. So like we see the pictures she put on the obituary. It's funny because the pictures to me look like a night out, and she had to stun on somebody. Yes, it's just like
because she had this. There was this, I have it.
The picture's perfect.
And it is the most perfect picture because she was just looking at the camera. She had her shoulder back and her head was like tilted back, and she had this look in her eye like, nigga, please.
And then the thing is, I've seen pictures of your mom. I never met John's mom, but I've seen pictures of her mother. And so then when you were getting to like other pictures.
Yes.
I had to do a double take because you tell pictures from the 80s and the 90s, but it's like you still double take because people look so familiar. So it's like I'm looking at a picture, I'm like, damn, I look like Adriana, but I know it's like a Polaroid from the 90s. Yeah, it's like, look at your mama.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, oh my god, she looks like me. Like I look
you and your
like
mama
her.
I've never realized that you and your mama look that much alike in
we look
pictures.
alike. Even with my grandmother, there's these pictures of my grandmother where she's just like, it's like right here. It's just like my smile. And I'm like, oh my god,
it's crazy.
I am really my grandmother. My grandmother is me. That's why. Like, wow. Because honestly, for the longest time, I've been really thinking like, where the fuck did I come from?
You came from them. You look just like them. Because it was like 2 or 3 pictures of your mother that like I knew they were throwback pictures from the way.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Old school pictures.
Yeah, you can tell, but it's just like if the picture if it didn't look like that, I would have thought it was you. I was like, and I have to look at you and your mom again because I've never, but I don't think I look like my mama either. I don't be saying
you
it.
look like your mother.
When people say people look like people, I don't see it.
You look like your mother.
I have a little brother. Him and his dad look alike, like just alike to me. But like when most people be like, you look like such and such, or such and such look like such and such, I be like, I don't see that shit.
No, you look like your mother.
That picture of you and your mama, Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I knew that was like an old school camera, had to get a developed picture, I'd have been like, yo, Adriana, why you got this high-waisted belt on? Why you got that? Right? And that's how I know your mom used to beat up people, too. She was like, I ain't tell your mama I see her pictures, and tell your mama I feel like she was cutting up the Corpus Christi. Tell her I'm on her.
Oh, my God.
Tell her I'm on to her, and I want the truth.
And I just, this whole experience has gotten me to the point to where, like, I value my family. I value my friendships. I value the people that care about me. I care about them. And everything else doesn't fucking matter. Because we obviously see that nothing really matters except for the relationships that we have with each other and the bonds that people create with each other. And I don't know. That's it. That's all I have to say. And thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. So that's that. So we've dealt okay. So that happened. Coronavirus happened. What else haven't we taped?
Our schedules, like I feel like our schedules have been really, cause shit. By the time
she went crazy working at Sugars, but you and Sugars aren't sugary no more.
We're not sugary because we're not sugars anymore. We closed down.
They're not sugary no more.
Oh yeah, we closed down. And then
are you upset about it?
Prior to that, we hired a new manager, and
do she listen to this podcast?
No.
Are you sure?
And if she does, I really don't care.
Bitch, you try my friend, you try me.
So,
I'm just joking. I'm gonna X that out. I'm just joking.
No, don't be joking.
No, I'm joking.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's no violence. Rona, you just learned so much. You just learned so much. Your grandma just passed away. You forgot all about you forgot.
Coronavirus!
You forgot. I thought she taught us so much. But she did have that open face go too, so I know she fought.
No, but we hired a new manager, and
it's time.
I just, my hope was that she would, a person would come in and wanting to learn the restaurant business and understand the business.
Do you still work for them while we're talking?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to.
Oh, trust me, it's freedom of speech. Okay, I live in America.
Nigga, you need a job when this shit is all said and done.
You know what? Hey, prostitution is open.
I believe. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I believe that sex work is real work.
Hey, somebody gonna pay for it.
Get out the car. They gonna rape you. Okay, but go ahead.
Ebony. Get out the car, girl. They gonna rape you.
Oh, shout out to Players Hub. I'm gonna tell you something. Players Hub is coming to Netflix April 1st. We order and love you.
We're gonna have a watch party.
I have it on DVD. We can do a watch party any day. I own everything on DVD.
You do? I have it on DVD too.
But when it comes on Netflix, let's do a watch party just for
Let's do a watch party.
Because it's gonna be so stupid.
Yes, everything. Get out the car, girl. They gonna rape you.
Oh my god. We gotta eat a pizza. I like my pizza with pepperoni, red onion, and jalapenos.
Oh, bless.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Bless it.
No, we really, for real.
No,
I'm serious.
you guys, meet us April 1st. At what time?
I don't know. We're gonna go live. We're gonna go live. How they gonna watch?
I'm thinking, them niggas got Netflix.
Oh.
Y'all niggas got Netflix.
They don't answer because we're talking. We're actually talking. We can't hear them. They hear
y'all
us.
have Netflix, I said.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
April 1st.
Yeah, we do.
Bitch, I seen that shit. I was like, that goddamn Adriana gonna flip her shit.
I'm here for it. And you know what? The first thing I thought, we gotta have a watch party.
No, for real, we can come up. Nah, I'll be like having a watch party with you because I feel like that shit gonna end up with us being drunk, running around in circles. Everything we do ends up with us being drunk, running around my house in circles. Like, I have never had a time with you. And somebody asked me one day, they were like, I was doing some like questionnaire. And they were like asking like certain things you like of people, like who's the best to go out to eat with, who's the best to go out the city with, who's the best to go out the country with, who's the best to hold with. And they said, who's the best to be in the house drunk with? I was like, hands down, Adriana. And I was like, for real? Like, nah, hands down. If I have to pick anybody where I have to be in my house and there's just a bottle and just a house, I choose Adriana. I was like, I don't know why. I said, this is the thing. It be hours go by. Hours elapse. Like I said, we do everything. We sing, we watch TV, we talk to people, we talk to each other,
shit.
we yell. We yell at stuff. But yeah, so that's that on that.
Blessings. Yes. April 1st, you guys tune into our live.
As we watch.
We're going to be watching.
As we quote the whole movie and don't watch it properly, essentially.
I think you need to get the fuck out of my house.
That bitch was such fucking trash. And then that bitch went back to Tallahassee. I hated that hoe.
Why are you Florida niggas so weird?
Florida niggas aren't weird.
What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with Florida people?
Florida people aren't weird. We just have a culture within ourselves.
What is wrong with y'all?
And Florida people.
Every time I hear of something
don't
weird.
judge. Don't disrespect Florida like that.
I'm just saying, it's always Tallahassee, Miami, Orlando,
Florida. So Florida. But you're saying it's Florida.
What is going on
And I've
out
actually
there?
lived in 2 out of the 3 of those cities.
What is going on out there?
Nigga, we cut up, bitch. Your bitch got a problem. Bitch better see me.
Oh my
You see,
God.
don't sound like a Floridian. Listen.
Oh Jesus!
This show ain't even about. This show is
It's
really
not
about
about
Corona.
nothing. It's about
really not.
nothing.
It's just about.
here.
It's about getting through life. It's
Here.
about love. It's about promise. It's about hope. It's about dreams. Essentially, it's about nothing.
And then to say all that is essentially about nothing.
Yeah, it's about. You know, guys, because I was just thinking, like, I'm getting to the age now. I'm 33, and I have to really think about my ovaries.
Are you gonna freeze them?
No. Why are you laughing?
Because you said no.
Well, this is the thing. I think I can be content if, like, I'm not a person who wants kids specifically. I'm a person who wants a family, and I don't know if that's bad or good. Like, I don't want to have a kid to say I had a kid. You know, how some people just want to be a mom.
Yeah.
That's not in me. Like,
You want the package.
If I have to do it, I want a family.
Right.
Like, I don't want a kid. I want a family. I could have been raw dogging and not on birth control and a bunch of stuff. I could have had a kid if I wanted a kid. And honestly, I would have had a kid a few years ago because I don't be no old ass mama. So now, if I have to be an old ass mama, I need a husband
Right.
because I don't want to be no old ass mama.
Right.
Listen, can y'all I'm a little confused, even though my degree is in political science. So this stimulus package. If you get the $1,200 from the government, one, and anybody who's listening, one, do you have to pay it back? And two, are they taking taxes from it?
I'm not paying shit back.
Oh, well,
I'm not paying shit back. Okay? You know what? Y'all chose to close down my restaurant,
What is
to
this
close
show?
down my bar.
What is this show about?
And-
This show is actually about the new ball. What happened with the new manager? That's where we started at. Thank you for reminding me.
It doesn't matter. Let me
New
tell you,
manager, but you know
I'm
what?
on
Time
a-
out. New manager, you're not working right now either, so we're all even.
But she works for corporate America, and she works for the white man, and
She works for corporate America, and she started working at Sugars. Who she told that lie to, and who believed it? If you, no shade to Sugars, and I hate to do this in front of you.
No.
My glasses up. I hate to do this in front of you because no shade to you and the establishment that you love.
I built up.
Okay, you did what? I'm sorry.
I built up. Okay, but nonetheless, go ahead.
Do the hand motion again. I didn't feel it.
I built up.
Yeah, the first time you did it, I felt that. Okay, so no shade to Sugars, no shade to Adriana. No, fuck Sugars. No shade to Adriana. She really likes working at Sugar. She really likes working at Sugars. This is the thing. If you work for corporate America, if you clocked in and was on salary and had all this money and these great benefits and all these great benefits,
That's what she said.
if you was
That's
just
what she
such
said.
the creme de la creme of your motherfucking
Creme
workforce,
de la creme.
let me tell you something. You wouldn't go to Sugars because Sugars is not what's
Daryl's not
franchise.
paying. He ain't paying.
It-
He ain't paying.
You still work there. Sugars is not franchise. Sugars.
Stop paying.
Okay, either way, if you still work for corporate America, Sugars is not the place you go to. You know what I mean? You can work for corporate America and go work at Burger King and
Especially
be a
when
general
you have
manager.
a master's in
She got a master's.
in business administration. Yes.
Okay, one of them two. Well, business management.
Well, business, whatever the fuck. But she
must have been bartender before she got there.
No, she ain't never bartender. Like, she don't even have a TABC license.
Well, then what was she doing before?
I don't know what the fuck she was
Well, I
doing.
don't want to talk so much about her because I want her to try to beat me up.
She's not gonna beat you up.
I mean, what was she doing before this?
I don't know. She, I tried to look on her social media.
Can you not? Did you really?
Yeah. I tried to look on her social media, but she doesn't have really anything.
Is she your boss?
No, she's not.
Oh, y'all equal?
We're equals.
Okay.
Low key, quite as kept.
It's not quite as kept if we put it on the show.
I'll just keep quiet.
Okay. No, keep quiet as kept. It's not quite as kept. We're on the show. What the fuck is wrong with you? But either way, blessings to everybody. Just be great at your jobs. But if you work at corporate America, I'm gonna tell you something. What you don't do, you don't go to Sugars. If you worked at corporate America,
You just don't work in a restaurant. Period.
you work in corporate parts of the restaurant. Like Papa Do's has like a whole staff.
corporation, right.
Yeah, you don't work in no hole in the wall that's owned by some nigga that owns some shit.
Agreed.
That hire his
Agreed.
homeboys.
Agreed.
You don't work there. That's
Agreed.
just not how that
I
life
agree.
works. You
I
work at
agree.
Papa Do's.
I
You work
agree.
hell, you work at Red Lobster.
Landry's.
Red Lobster.
Landry's.
Hell, you work at Chili's. Chili's got a corporate office. You know how many Chili's are around America? So bitch, don't be lying to my fucking friends. Don't be lying to that staff like that, hoe. And also, don't be. Let me not say that, because if you ever ran up on me, it'll be.
I'm gonna jump in.
Why we 30? See, you know what? This podcast is
This
a
is
shit
too
show.
much. This is too much.
Just
All
a
right.
shit show. But anyways, y'all should. We really started this show off trying to give like love and health and wealth to people.
Shit. We're trying to give people who are grieving with death and
Something better.
uncertainty.
And now I went down a rabbit hole because they trying to hype me up. Ain't this terrible? But no, so what else has been, literally, I'm sorry y'all, nothing has been going on. Like, I'm literally worried about keeping a fucking job because y'all know when economies.
I lost my job, so I'm not worried about shit. I already lost it. I talked to T-Mobile today.
What? Okay, so me and Adriana went. Okay, shout out to Big Lots.
And T-Mobile.
Big Lots let us get some tissue.
Amen.
So shout out to Big Lots. But we riding. Adriana's like, hi, I'm Adriana. She said her real last name. And she was like, because I was like, who's Adriana talking to like that? And she was like, yes, I'm just wondering.
I said hypothetically.
You did say that bitch did say hypothetically on the phone. Hypothetically. If what's happening doesn't end, when do I owe your money? I was like, this bitch.
I had to let them know I don't have it.
What they said? What did they say?
She said we're taking it day by day, just like you, sis.
She did.
That's what she told me.
T-Mobile, I got T-Mobile.
Miss T-Mobile said
I paid my T-Mobile bill already.
no.
Though,
She told me they're taking it day by day, and they're watching the news just like everybody else, and they're extending my bill till so I owe $100, and I don't have to pay it till the end of May. And that's why I asked hypothetically.
End of May?
End of May. And so so we're supposed to be lifted off of this shit April 3rd, right? Mm-hmm. But I asked them, what if it doesn't lift? What if we're still out of jobs?
No, that's what you say hypothetically.
Hypothetically, what if this case, a worst case scenario?
Coronavirus!
It continues. Mm-hmm. And she said that they will extend it once they know more.
So, but by May, you have to pay $100 to keep it going. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I'm not tripping. Like, So,
well, just keep me posted.
So, the only thing I really am dealing with right now is my rent. And right now, all I know is that they can't take me to court.
Can they lock you out?
No.
Have you double checked? I've read some conflicting things to that.
No, because when they can't lock you out until the 15th.
What you get a paycheck from Sugars?
Yeah.
So when's your payday?
I don't get a paycheck. He's not going to pay us.
Bitch, what?
For the 2 weeks we're closed, he's not paying us.
You the GM.
Yeah. He's not making any money. I know. I mean, and again, that's just like,
Y'all friends.
I mean, well, we'll talk about that on when this is
The dark side.
the dark side.
When this, on the dark side, like when it's not recording.
When it's not recording.
Oh,
We'll
well, we need to
about
talk about it when it's not
Okay.
recording because I got a problem.
Okay, so we'll talk about that when we're not recording. But
I'm ready to slash his motherfucking tires.
yeah, we'll talk about that when we're not recording. I mean,
But you're not worried because you asked God.
Listen, I'm a baby right now. I'm a baby in God's daycare.
Well, I'm letting you know now. I won't let your phone get cut off. And if you,
My phone's not gonna get cut off.
I won't let your phone get cut off
I
the
appreciate
phone.
that. Thank you.
I know my budgets. Your
Listen.
phone and that $100, my budgets. Your rent, not
Yeah,
so
right.
much.
And you know what? I appreciate that. I had a friend of mine.
Damn, buy some fucking hoodies. Buy a mug. Y'all see my sister struggling?
I'm struggling, y'all. Listen, I'm in it.
Stop. Please
I'm
stop.
in it. I'm in it.
No, because y'all don't understand Adriana too. Because Adriana if you call Adriana in the middle of the shit, she'd be like, I mean, I'm just seeing how life goes. Like, what? Nigga, I'm not the type to see how life goes. I'd be stressed out.
No, I can't. Honestly, like, I can't be. I'm not going to stress myself out because there's nothing. I know me. I know it's not my fault. I know that I'm not just sitting on my ass waiting for somebody to do something for me. I know me. I know that I'll work. I know that I'll bust my ass to make shit happen, but I can't. The industry that I work in is restaurant and hospitality. Like, that's the industry that I work in. So that's the industry that's majorly affected. And
it is, and this is another thing. Do I think stuff should be shut down? I do.
yeah.
If it's gonna stop, because like I have grandparents, I have great aunts and stuff like that. I have an aunt that has sickle cell.
Yeah.
Hell, I seen Toni Braxton on IG, and I was like, "Bitch, go home," because she's sickly. I think everything needs to shut. I do think everything needs to shut down. The problem is, when I got up this morning, I read a lot of not tweets. I was on Facebook and I read a lot of posts where people were like, "Damn, y'all ain't got a check for y'all can't pay. Y'all can't last a month. Y'all can't do this." And it's like that's not life.
That's not.
Majority of
Yeah.
Americans cannot last without a paycheck or two.
Yeah.
Period.
Agreed.
That is just bad on that. And it's not because they don't work. It's because they work, but it's not
just
enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. And yeah, I mean, people.
With the rising of rent, because even now the apartment, the townhouse that I stay in now, when I first moved in 10 years ago, it was $600. Now it's $500 more.
It's
On top of everything else.
It's that is needing, and it's not because the girl was like, "No, well, I'm talking about people who buying bottles and blah blah blah." Okay, but still, majority people just do not make enough money.
No.
And a lot of people who do that type of stuff then wasn't taught how to do money. Like we were talking about that the other day. Like some of my cousins. People having bad spending, parents having bad spending habits is like hereditary. Like,
Yeah.
you really have to be a person that breaks yourself out of how your family spend money because you can easily spend money. If your mama always bought you Jordans and all this good stuff, now you live a certain life, you always gonna be taking yourself trying to keep up with the life that you had prior because she wasn't making enough money to really be buying you that type of shit. And so it's just a lot of stuff. The people who are going to be affected the most are like Black people and people who really do work. Servers and bartenders and strippers, they work
Hard.
Sorry that they came 2 days to take them out. Hell, these big businesses been out for a day and a half and was looking for a bailout. Like, y'all expect American people to have enough money in their account to last 6 months. But when these fucking corporations don't even have...
They're ready to bankrupt.
What? Bitch,
I asked the owner today. I said, "Can I file for bankruptcy?" like,
that shit's sad.
Like, but
and Trump wants y'all to go back to work. We fucking screwed. We all fucking screwed.
But you know, the reality is that people that are medium, and I don't even want to say that I'm like middle class, because I'm not middle class.
You're poor.
I'm poor.
You're poor.
I mean, but I don't make enough to qualify as poor.
You don't, because you don't have no kids.
So
if
I
you
don't
had
make
kids,
enough to qualify as poor,
bitch.
But then I can't get certain things as a person that makes enough money.
But
you know what I mean?
If you had kids,
children, I would have the system in my hand.
Yeah.
But because I don't,
it really is a balance.
It is almost like a punishment. Because I don't have kids.
But then if you have kids and you want to do better for your kids, it's a punishment, because if you make too much, then they take you out the system.
Yeah.
So now it's like let me not progress, because it's easier.
And
I know
that is the fucked up part.
And I know that because my mom, I remember my mom was just like, "No, I make too much money for y'all. I would have to stay under a limit." Like, I'd rather
progress as a person.
I'd rather progress and struggle versus stay in it. So y'all could have had these bomb ass 2, 1, 2, 3. She was like, and I mean, it worked for her. But that don't work for everybody. But she's a different type of woman.
The majority,
she was super smart.
But you gotta think the majority of people don't think like that.
Yeah,
the majority of people are willing to say, "I'll stay under,"
and out of fear and out of a lot of stuff.
I'll stay under the whatever.
Like my mama tell you, we progress. Like, the thing about growing up with my mom, especially at my age, I grew up with my mother. So I remember when we lived in apartments and townhomes, and I remember when when she got her first house. I remember when she got the second house. I remember a lot of stuff because I grew up with my mother. But my mother was a hard worker. She started at customer service, and then she ended up being a network engineer. Mm-hmm. So I grew with my mother. But there's a lot of people who they have 2 or 3 kids. And then they have 4 kids now. Who gonna watch the kids? And now they're stuck. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people who just stuck. And so that talking shit about people who, damn, y'all can't last 2 or 3 months.
No, we can't.
Listen, I work. I pay my bills. I do good stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I can't go no 1 or 2 paychecks.
I need it. I need
my money. I need my check right now.
I need all the coins.
Yes. And not everybody have people like
SOS.
Luckily for me, I can call my mother, but a lot of people don't have family like that who can drop your rent and your cable and your lights and your whole
that's facts.
For your whole month worth of life. Not everybody's parents can give you thousands of dollars and be like, all right.
Mine sure can't.
And so no, I don't like y'all talking bad about people like that. That shit fucking pissed me off. Don't be talking bad about people. No. Don't be talking about, because it's a lot of people who live in paycheck to paycheck. And if they don't live in paycheck to paycheck, they live in 2 paychecks to 2 paychecks. Get your life.
I'm living day to day.
Okay, well, you actually live hour to hour. Nah, that's my dog though. Nah, definitely.
But I'm not ashamed of that.
No.
It is, because I know that I've provided for myself up until this point.
I like essentials. So are your lights going to be cut off soon? Call me.
No,
I can't pay your rent.
No, I'm 35, right? I've been on my own since I was 18 years old, without help, without somebody. Granted, there were moments where I've had nice people do nice things for me, but for the most part, off of my own back, off of my own sweat and tears and my own work ethic, I've survived.
What do you want to? Because you can't live like this forever.
No, and I don't want to. But at the end of the day,
what do you want to do to move forward? What do you see? What do you see yourself doing?
I see myself doing a lot of freelance work. I think once this is over, I'm wanting to do freelance. I'm going to really push that. It's videography, photography. just got a notification that my stuff shipped, so I'm really excited. So
what stuff you got?
I'm gonna start making jewelry. I'm gonna start making jewelry.
Bitch, let me say. So I called Adriana today. I be ready.
And
sometimes when I call
be,
Adriana, I be ready to block her. I was like, "Hey, Adriana, what you doing, girl? Hey, I'm a vegan now. I talked to her this morning. This is only like a few hours. I'm a vegan now, and I'm a Trump supporter until I get my stimulus check, and then I'm about to make some jewelry. I was like, all right, Adriana, I'm gonna call you later, and I damn hung up on her.
So, I'm gonna be. I don't know. I don't honestly, Ebony. I really don't know.
You asked God to walk by faith, and He stripped you of everything. So here we are.
Stripped me.
you asked. This is why I don't ask God to show me. Don't show me shit.
But honestly, there is such a calmness over me. There's
Adriana do be chilling. Adriana, I'd have committed suicide by now.
I'm not panicked. I am not panicked. Like, I'm not panicked. Like, and I guess that is the spirit of God over me. Like, I'm not panicked. Like, I mean, I've been in some fucked up ass situations to where it's just like I can't stress myself. Like, what am I gonna do? What is my apartment complex gonna do to me? If they kick me out of my place, okay, great. Well, then I'll just get a fucking
TP?
No,
10.
I'll get one of those storage units. I'll put all my stuff in storage, and what? Like, okay, I'll bounce back. I'll get a fucking other job.
You're grieving? Okay. Okay.
I'm just saying that's like worst case scenario for me.
Okay, so before that, vagina's always on the market.
And I'll sell it. I don't know, it's good.
Vagina's always on the market.
And you know what? I know it's good. So I'm selling it.
So in short, in this podcast,
you guys,
that Adriana's grieving.
I am grieving. I'll sell it if I have to.
She definitely will sell it if she has to.
Coronavirus!
Is out there. Everything's fucked up because
Coronavirus!
and here we are.
Coronavirus!
Shit's getting real.
This is a good. Oh my god.
Coronavirus.
Y'all wanted the show so bad. Y'all really didn't want this one.
This is an emotional one. Shout out to my granny, Ollie Mae Madison. May she rest in peace. I love her so much. Please come see me in my dreams. I really want to talk to you. I want to just hold your hand in my dreams. Something. Okay. Sorry, you guys.
I didn't think she was going to get through the show that well, so that's why she wanted to record, and I was not with that shit because I didn't know she was going to get through the show that well. So, I had you, girl. I got some stuff to say to the people from Sugars, but I'll wait to see how everything pan out.
Let's just wait. Let's just wait.
Because I cuts up. Okay? And my sis fucking grieving, bitch. Y'all tried it.
Thank you guys so much for your love and support. All of you kind people that have messaged me, and that really meant a lot.
Yeah, y'all were really dope. So thank y'all for that. Y'all really, it took me a minute. I ain't know how I wanted to post it, so I ain't trying to say too much. And I'm happy I did say something because y'all really are sweet.
Made me feel and
thank y'all for
made me feel seen.
Thank y'all for signing into the live. Thank y'all for being like super cool. Thank y'all for understanding that we don't be taping these shows like we should. We gonna get back on track.
Thank you guys.
We're definitely gonna try to get back on track. But it's a lot going on,
Y'all are awesome.
Coronavirus!
It's a lot going on. So we're going to try to take more, but maybe.
Coronavirus!
We'll stop its shit and stop it!
So, yeah. Thank y'all so much. Y'all asked for this hour and 18 minutes. I don't know why.
Y'all got it. And thank you guys.
Keep Miss Cool in the city in your prayers.
Please.
All my bartenders trip. Anybody who's not working right now.
Me.
Anybody besides Adriana who's not working right now, because I talk to her every day. Anybody who's not working, keep your head up.
I'm going to take a shot for you right now. Let's take a shot for all the unemployed bartenders.
And don't let that nigga. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Unemployed bartenders, since we here. No, that shit pisses me off. Unemployed bartenders, strippers, servers, anybody. Clank, y'all hear that? Clank. Anybody who like had worked in the industry where some dude kept promising you what he could do for you and he did nothing, like what I could do for you, like Uncle Sam. I'm gonna tell you something. When this is all said and done, don't fuck with them niggas. Let them niggas go. If you were going through a lot and like you needed your rent paid, you needed your lights, you needed your cell phone bill, you asked a nigga to give you a hamburger and them niggas didn't do nothing because all of a sudden they money funny, but when you was a bartender and when you was a stripper and you was a server, they were all in your face trying to take you to Denny's and IHOP and Papa Do's and shit, and all of a sudden they got ghosts and they don't have they can cash app you, like your cash app is dry, your Zelle is dry. You leave them niggas alone. Take this opportunity to delete their fucking numbers and get them like love when you see them in the streets. Say, don't get them no doubles. Give them a half of a single. You know what I mean?
Full of fucking juice.
Juice that shit the
Juice
fuck
that
up.
nigga.
You know, because, and if you was like going over there and say what's up to him when you seen his friends and shit, cause you a stripper and you fine, and then he act like he talking to the baddest bitch, but now you can't even keep your lights on. You gotta call your mother. You gotta call your mother in Mississippi. You gotta call your mother in Alabama for your fucking lights. You know what? I hate shit like that. So leave these niggas alone. Leave these fuck niggas alone. Leave these broke niggas alone. This is proving. All this right now, what's happening, is proving who's broke, who got money, who got everything.
Blessings.
Even if he got a wife, his cash app still works, sis. Y'all have a great evening.
Bless him,
Bye.
sis. Bless him. Bless